What's up, guys, and welcome to day 18 of 30. Today we're going to be starting with this one, and it starts off by saying, stop judging and evaluating yourself, for this is not your role. Above all, stop comparing yourself with other people. This sometimes produces feelings of pride or inferiority, and sometimes a mixture of both. Comparing is not only wrong, it is also meaningless. So I'm going to turn this into bikini prep terms, seeing as how this is mainly a fitness channel, and most of you found me through fitness in the first place. And just an example in my own life, when I was prepping for some shows last year, I remember looking at other competitors that are doing my show, and this is very common for people to do this, and you start to kind of compare yourself to other people and think to yourself, oh my gosh, that girl is so lean already, or, you know, she's looking so much different than I am, like I don't look anything like that. That was always my thing whenever I would kind of look at other competitors or go pose with people. I was always like, I look so different than all of them. And it would kind of, if I entertained those thoughts, it would kind of start to take control of a lot of things and make me feel bad. So it made me feel inferior, or like I wasn't doing enough, or like I wasn't how I should look. Just like it says, comparing is not only wrong, but it's meaningless. And, you know, we go to the competition and I end up winning, you know, and it's like all of those times that I sat there comparing myself or worrying or stressing out or having anxiety about not looking like someone else or not being as lean as them or whatever it was all wasted. Like none of that, all of that time spent was all wasted when I could have just not compared myself and just been confident in who I am and what I was bringing to the table. And I would have saved a lot of time and anxiety and stress. So that's just a fitness example, but it also goes on to say that you shouldn't compare yourself, but you shouldn't look for affirmation in anyone else, not even in your own view. You should look for it in God. Again, what we talked about the other day. If only we could all see ourselves and each other the way that God sees us, things would be so different. And so all of the like weird things about yourself, your characteristics, the way you are, the way you look, the way you act, you were made exactly how you are. And as long as you start to let God into your life and be open to everything that's happening, He's going to create you into the person He wants you to be. A lot of people think that God is this like mean judge, whatever, you know, that's always like trying to point you out and say, you're doing this wrong and this wrong and this wrong. And that's not God at all. God is so loving, and not only is He loving, but God is love. So God is not there to just point out your faults and your failures. He's there to bring attention to things that you need to work on, because He wants to help you come into the person that He created you to be. So I encourage you to be open to that. And to stop comparing yourself, regardless of what that might be. There's a lot of people that aren't competitors on here. So however that applies in your own life, whether it's, you know, you're comparing yourself as a mom to other moms, or as a wife compared to your friends that are wives, or house or cars or whatever it might be, stop comparing, because it's meaningless and it's worthless. Learn to say no. So I'll read a little bit and then I want to talk about it. It says, anyone who says yes to everything all the time is headed for trouble. When you want to do something, or when people want you to do something, they definitely will not be happy if you tell them no. But sooner or later, you must decide if you're going to spend your life making other people happy at the expense of never being happy yourself. There should always be times when we do things for other people. And it says, you know, we can even go out of our own way to do something for someone else. We should do things like that. But there's definitely a line that should not be crossed. And I think part of this is just having enough self-respect and confidence in yourself to learn to know when it's okay to say no. I think a really good example for this is holidays. How many of you have family over the holidays that puts insane amount of pressure and guilt on you to come this one day out of 364 days in the year to be there for this particular event? And I'm thankful that my dad is someone who is super just, you know, he's like, of course, we would love for you to be here. If you can't make it, cool. We have 364 other days to hang out and to spend time together. And it's just crazy that people put so much pressure on each other and on family members for one day out of 364 days in the year. Do they call you or put pressure on you for those other days? Why are they not seeking out a relationship with you on 364 other days of the year? There shouldn't be all this pressure on one day. And if you're someone who does that, stop. Seriously, there's nothing worse than having to deal with a family member that's putting pressure on you for that one thing. And I know for Brandon and I, when we have, you know, all these different places to go over the holidays, we just have to tell them, we say, okay, this is what we're gonna do. We would like to see everyone, and this is our schedule. This is how it's gonna work. And we just have enough self-respect to deal with it. And the thing is, if those people love you and care about you, then they will get over it and they will deal with it. It's fine if they're disappointed, and I'm sure they'll miss you, but if they love you, they will get over it. And that's the entire point of it all, is if they can't get over it, then they don't want what's best for you. Someone who loves you will respect your decision and love you anyways. So I want to encourage you guys to really have self-respect. Don't be afraid to say no. And if in the past you've just let other people control you and you've tried to make everyone else happy, then I'm telling you that has to stop. Make today the day that you decide this is no longer going to continue. You will no longer be pressured and forced into going to certain events. And that's just an example. But no longer be forced or pressured into those kinds of things, because you have enough self-respect and you're a confident enough woman or man to stand your ground and do what's best for you. In the end, you have to do what's best for you. So that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it and got something out of it. As always, make sure to give the video a thumbs up if you don't mind, and I'll see you guys for episode 19 tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye.